Welcome all. In this video, we are going to discuss about classification of signals. The continuous time and discrete time signals are broadly classified into four different categories. First one is signals can be even or odd signals. Second one, signals can be deterministic or random signal. Third group is signals can be periodic or non-periodic signals. And fourth one is signals can be energy or power signal. Let us discuss each of these classifications in detail with examples. Starting with the first classification method is even or odd signals. A continuous time signal x of t is said to be even signal if it satisfies the condition x of minus t is equals to x of t for all values of t. That means if time period changes from minus t to the plus t, the amplitude of signal x remains same. Let us take one example. The given signal x of t is even signal. In this signal, we can observe that the amplitude of a signal at t is equals to 1 is 1 and at t is equals to 2 is 2. Similarly, the amplitude remains same as t is equals to minus 1, which is a 1, and t is equals to minus 2, which is a 2, which satisfies the above condition x of minus t is equals to x of t. Hence, we can say that an even signals are symmetric about vertical axis, that is time origin. Similarly, we can define the odd signals. A continuous time signal x of t is said to be odd if it satisfies the condition x of minus t is equals to minus of x of t for all values of t. Now, this condition tells that if time changes from minus t to the plus t, the amplitude changes from x to the minus x. That means if time axis reverses, the amplitude also reverses. For example, now in this example, x of t is present from minus 2 to the plus 2. Now here we can observe that at t is equals to minus 1, the amplitude of a signal is minus 1, and at t is equals to 1, the amplitude is 1. That means time changes from minus 1 to the plus 1, amplitude has been reversed. Hence, for an odd signals, we can say that an odd signals are antisymmetric about vertical axis or time origin. The same definition we can write for the discrete time signals also. A discrete time signal x of n is said to be even if it satisfies the condition x of minus n is equals to x of n for all values of n, and x of n is said to be odd if x of minus n is equals to minus of x of n for all values of n. Many times a signal consisting of both even part and odd parts. So how to decompose even part and odd part from given signal? To understand this, we'll go for the next topic, that is a representation of signal in its even part and odd part. Suppose we are having signal x of t consisting of even and odd part. It can be represented as x of t is equals to xe of t plus xo of t, where xe of t represents even part of signal x of t and xo of t represents odd part of signal x of t. I will just rewrite above equation. X of t is equals to xe of t plus x of t and give it as equation number 1. Now, if we replace t by minus t in above equation number 1, we will get x of minus t is equals to xe of minus t plus xo of minus t. But we know that by the definition of even signal, x of minus t is equals to x of t. So here xe of t is a even signal. So we can write for xe of t as xe of minus t is equals to xe of t, because it is a even signal. Similarly, by the definition of odd signals, we know that x of minus t is equals to minus of x of t. Hence, we can write xo of minus t is equals to minus of xo of t, because xo of t is a odd signal, odd part of a given signal. Hence, our equation will become x of minus t is equals to xe of t minus xo of t. We'll give it as equation number 2. Now, if we add equation number 1 and equation number 2, we will get x of t plus x of minus t is equals to xe of t plus xo of t plus xe of t minus of xo of t. Now here xo of t plus minus, it will get cancelled and we will get x of t plus x of minus t is equals to twice of xe of t. If we simplify this equation, we will get the value of xe of t, which is xe of t is equals to 1 by 2 into the bracket x of t plus x of minus t. This is even part of given signal x of t. Similarly, if we perform the subtraction of equation 1 and 2, we'll get x of t minus x of minus t is equals to x e of t plus x o of t minus x e of t plus x o of t. Here x e of t plus minus will get cancelled and we'll get x of t minus x of minus t is equals to twice of x o of t. After simplifying this equation, we'll get x o of t is equals to 1 by 2 x of t minus x of minus t. This is odd part of given signal x of t. So in this way, we can decompose the even and odd part from given signal x of t. Similarly, we can decompose the even and odd part for given signal if it is discrete time. So for discrete time signal x of n, we can write even part as x e of n is equals to 1 by 2 into the bracket x of n plus x of minus n. This will be the even part of discrete time signal x of n. Similarly, odd part is x o of n is equals to 1 by 2 x of n minus x of minus n. Let us see properties of even and odd signals. The properties of even and odd signals are categorized into two different groups. First group is addition properties and second group is multiplication properties. Let us see addition properties of even and odd signals. First property, addition of two even signals is even. That means if we add two even signals, the resulting signal is also even. Similarly, the second property says addition of two odd signals is odd. That means if we add two odd signals, the resulting signal will be odd signal only. Third property says if we add one even signal and one odd signal, the resulting signal is neither even nor odd signal. So these are the addition properties of even and odd signals. Next, we'll see multiplication properties of even and odd signals. The first property of multiplication says if we multiply two even signals, the resulting signal is even. Similarly, the second property says if we multiply two odd signals, the resulting signal is even. That means even though we multiply even signals, the result is even, and multiplication of two odd signals is also even. And third property says that if we multiply even and odd signals, the result is odd signal. Now let us see the significance of even and odd signals. First one, even or odd symmetry of the signal have specific harmonics or frequency component, which is used in a Fourier series analysis. And second significance is even or odd symmetry properties used in filter design.